You're lying on your back, crying out for your mother. She is standing facing a wall. She has her back to you. A bell rings. Your mother turns to face you. She is silent, but her mouth is wide open. In her mouth is a door.
That was good. Hello, Scripties. Welcome back to Season 3, Episode 2 of Scripts and Screens. I'm your host, Imani Nicole.
And I am Ashana Robinson. In today's episode, we are discussing Wayward.
So if you guys have seen it, then you knew exactly what we were going to be discussing based off that monologue, which is present throughout the show. You hear it many, many times. Mm-hmm. So if you have not seen season 1, then we are going to get into some spoilers. So listeners who haven't finished should proceed with caution. So what is Wayward, basically, right? So Wayward is set in a mysterious small town where nothing is as it seems. When a local cop and his wife arrive in Tall Pines, they uncover dark secrets surrounding a school for troubled teens and a community built on control, fear, and buried truths. What would you say the tone and genre is of this show?
Definitely like a thriller feel. Mm-hmm. Yeah, if I had to put it in a category or like a genre, I'd say thriller.
Yeah, I agree with that. It gives like a psychological thriller, but it also meets like some supernatural mystery because I still am not sure what is used when people leap. Which was a term discussed in the show. And they don't exactly tell you what they do when they leap. You just know they get injected with something. But a lot of theories that I saw online was that leaping dealt with the frog. That's why you always would hear like the frog around. I don't know if it's that they took out of the frog and would inject in people, but leaping. And then it makes sense because a frog leap, like it's right. So I did see that online. So I'm like, oh my God, whoa, I didn't think of that. So that makes complete sense.
No, once you say that, yeah, that's probably what it is. Probably like the poison from like one of those dart frogs or whatever.
Exactly.
That's some type of drug.
And after this show, I am now scared of frogs because that ribbiting noise and the bell between the two of that, like I'm triggered. So the creator of this series is Mae Martin, who plays Alex. Had you seen anything that they, that's the pronouns, they, them. Had you seen anything they were in before this series?
No, but you know what? When I was watching this, I was like, I haven't seen them before. But when they made that joke about her looking like, about them looking like Macaulay Culkin, I was like, they must have wrote this. And then it comes out that they were the creator of the series. Like they were so like that joke. I don't know, like I guess any writer could have done that, but it just felt like it was they dig it themselves, you know? So yeah, they must have been in the writing room when they did this.
Yeah, I had never seen anything that they were in, but after like doing a little bit of research, I did find out that basically this series was based upon their own child experiences, as well as a close friend who was sent to a troubled teen facility. It said that it also drew from a real life religious movement, Synanon. I don't know how to say it, but it said it was a 1970s self-help cult. So, and then also when I did like some deep dives, I saw that she was in Flight Attendant, which I've heard of. It was on HBO. I never watched it. But they were in the second season and they had a recurring role as Grace St. James. So if you guys are familiar with Grace St. James from the Flight Attendant, which the main character in that is Kaylee Kuko, which a lot of people know her. She plays Cassandra. Mae Martin's character had like a dangerous influence on the main character. Another person that I've seen in a lot of stuff is Toni Collette. Are you familiar with Toni?
Yeah, once you said Little Miss Sunshine, I was like, yep. Yep.
And another one is Hereditary. Have you seen Hereditary?
I have not.
Okay, you need to watch that because that one's crazy. Like, I don't want to say she plays, it's a movie. Okay. So it's like super creepy, but she's not like the antagonist in Hereditary. From what I remember, I'd have to rewatch it, but like I'm pretty sure she's not the antagonist. But she is such a great actress and she gave a phenomenal performance in this. And to me, it's just so crazy that she has no Oscars. She was nominated for Best Supporting Actress in The Sixth Sense. Have you seen that?
I ain't seen nothing, apparently.
I feel like everyone has. It's with the little boy. You don't remember The Sixth Sense? But she was nominated for that, but I don't remember her being in that, to be honest. So I thought that was strange, but Was there any characters that you saw that looked familiar that you wanted to kind of highlight something for them that people may know them from something? Those were the main, of course, the creator I looked into, and then I knew Toni Collette, but everyone else was more of a fresh new face for me, at least. I
Right.
don't know about for you.
I thought I recognized Rabbit, but when I looked into her, no, I don't know her.
I do recognize Dwayne, which was the cop, Alex's
Uh-huh.
partner, but I
Mhm.
don't know what it is, and I didn't do a deep dive. But
Mhm.
he is a familiar face. So if you see something tells me I want to say Degrassi, but like that can't be right.
Brandon J. McLaurin. I'm gonna
But I
type it in
really
Google.
want to say Degrassi. Like, was this man in Degrassi? Like, I just
Well, he
that's
is a
what.
Canadian actor, so they're all Canadian
Okay, so
actors. Yeah.
maybe it is
Right,
because I'm
let's
like
see.
he
Hold
looks
on.
so familiar, and you know what they say,
Power
bluff don't
Rangers.
crack. No, sis, it was not Power Rangers.
Okay,
Go
he's in
with.
She's the Man, Power Rangers, Snowfall.
And you know what? It might be She's the
Yeah,
Man.
that seems
It
like
because I
it.
didn't watch Snowfall. I know everybody watches that, but you know what? It's
Mhm.
She's the Man because he plays Amanda Bynes. Because you know, and She's the Man. Amanda Bynes basically goes as her brother to
Right.
try to get on the soccer team. So his friends that were there, or like that he was supposed, because they didn't look that much alike. I mean, the movie's still classic. I love it down, but I can't remember if they were friends he had before the school or like basically friends he made there. But
At the
they were.
school.
That was it. That's where he's from. She's the man.
Mhm.
Okay. All right. So there are a few familiar faces in there. So if you guys watch it then and you're thinking like, where do I know this person from? That's a few of the things.
Mhm.
So I will let Shawnee, you go into the tea of the episode. We kind of just talk about the characters, some major moments. We won't spoil it to the next section, but just like some kind of give them a little bit more background on the developing characters.
Okay. So, two of the main characters are Lila. That's how you said her name, right? Lila.
I can't like when I think it was Lila, but when I was looking at it, I'm like, why I look like Lila? But yeah, I think it was pronounced Lila.
Lila. It's been a while since we watched this. It's been a little few days, so I can't remember.
Yeah.
So Lila and Abby, she gonna be Lila today. Or Lila.
I,
I don't know. L, big
I think
L.
it's Lila.
Lila. Okay.
Lila. It's Lila. It's 1,000% Lila.
Okay. Lila and Abby. So they're best friends, and basically they are just troublemakers, drugs, skipping school, breaking into school, stealing SAT or whatever test, no, science test answers.
Mm-hmm.
So we find out that Lila's big sister died, and it just seems like her life went downhill from there, and she's just dragging Abby down.
Mm-hmm.
So originally, they want to send Lila to Tall Pines, which is the reform school for high schoolers, but her mom could not afford it. So Abby's parents could, so they shipped Abby off. And the way that they were kidnapping them out of the bed,
It's insane.
that was just traumatic in itself. They're already going.
Yeah, I think it's a fear tactic. Like, you know, like
Right.
it's just one of those things where like they want the like the gentle parent. I don't even want to say gentle parenting because like me and one of my coworkers were talking about gentle parenting, and she's like, gentle parenting isn't babying a kid. It's like basically like if a kid is by the stove, you don't say, come here, the stove's hot. You literally pick them up and say, stove hot. You here, don't be near it, stove is hot.
Mhm.
So like I think that they just wanted to really do like a scare tactic on them.
Mhm.
Well, on Abby, because Abby came from what we can gather, clearly a affluent home.
Mhm.
Abby was Asian or is Asian. And when I was seeing this scene of just how everything was happening, it kind of reminded me of like my middle school, high school kind of years. And I
Mhm.
just wanted to ask you, like, do you remember as a child, were you the person doing the influencing or were you the one being influenced?
Hmm. I really don't think I was badly influenced until I got to my freshman year of college, and we're not gonna say any names, but you know exactly who I'm talking about. Exactly who I'm talking about.
Stepping out of their zone, okay?
I wish I could go back in time. Lord have mercy. No, I'm grateful because you know that's how we
No, for
got
sure.
close.
Yeah, for sure.
But I'm like, if I would have just hung with a little bit different
Yeah,
crowd,
it makes a
where would I
difference. It
be?
totally makes a difference.
And
It
I and
totally
it's
makes a
not again, it's not
difference.
like it was you. I think you were also in that
Yeah.
influenced bubble because like, you know, we were
Yeah.
all together, but I
Yeah.
definitely could see us hanging with other people and things kind of going differently than it did. But
Yeah.
you live and you learn.
Yeah, you live and you learn. I feel like when I was a kid, I don't think that I was really doing a lot of the influencing.
Hmm.
Um but I want to say I was easily influenced, but I would definitely teeter the line. Like, you know, like I definitely like when I was in middle school, I've always been like kind of I don't want to say confident because that's the word I'm using. Like a social butterfly, like I'll talk to
Mhm.
anybody kind of thing. I've always been like that. So when I was in 7th grade, there was a girl that was in 8th grade, but she was in our class. I forget why. I don't know what happened. It might have been like a
Look,
Spanish
that's a
class.
red flag. Oh, never mind, never mind.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, yeah. So I ended up like befriending her. And then like, of course, all of my friends then became like my closest besties were 8th graders. And
Mhm.
like, you know, there was some, some like, oh, drink, and I did do that, but
Mm,
we weren't getting like, no stomach pumping type of deal. It's like one of those things where like they weren't even getting that turn either. You like take a sip and you're like, oh, it's nasty, or you have a lemonade and
right.
you add 3 drops, and more at
Right.
that age, you're pretending you drunk more so than actually being drunk.
Right.
And then like I did sneak out. I remember my parents were super strict. Like I wouldn't say Abby's parents strict, but maybe basically like my parents like, we don't know the kids' parents, like you're not going to spend the night over there.
Oh, definitely. Yeah.
And mind you, at this point in time, I'm like, everybody is going but me. Like you can
Mhm.
go meet her mom, her mom's ready to meet you. And like my parents also had a rule where like you get one event during the weekend. Like you decide to spend the night at Emily's, then don't ask to do something Saturday because you've maxed out your weekend
Because
festivities.
they're not fooling.
Which is like so smart because like it really did impact me later on in life. Like I do a lot of things now, a lot of hustle and bustle, but there are a lot of times too where like I'll sit something out, or like I'll be like, I'm not gonna do that. Like, I'm
Mhm.
gonna just, sit it out. Um, but yeah, I did sneak out and go to the sleepover and then snuck right back into that house. And kids, I am not recommend you guys do that. If we do have some little young listeners, it's never worth it. The sleepover was
Saved
lit, but
us.
you could have been okay.
Right. You know what I think saved us though? Like I think the fact that we were
Like in,
so
in freshman year.
well, not freshman year, but just like in high school. I mean, I know I didn't know you then,
Uh-huh.
but
Uh-huh.
the
Yeah, yeah,
fact that
yeah.
we were like in sports and stuff, like we couldn't be too far left. Like even if we
Yeah.
like
Oh
dabbled a
yeah.
little bit,
Idle
like no.
minds. Yeah, I think like, and then when I see most of the like, we look at statistics and we have a lot to say about them, but like there is, some truth in there. And I do feel like the kids that are not involved in sports, not involved in
Mhm.
clubs, you do tend to get into mischief. Like you
Right.
don't really have anything that you have to hold yourself to a standard to, like, oh, if
Right.
I do this wrong, I don't get to play on Saturday night's game with my
Exactly.
friends, which then in turn, I'm looking goofy on the bench, which then in turn, people are asking
Mhm.
what happened and why I can't play. Then in turn, I
Mhm.
got to say what I did, and now I'm like embarrassed. And I do think that like I did worry about that in high school, like
Mhm.
outside perception and things like that, and not wanting to look like a goofy. So
Right.
yeah, no, for sure. I definitely think being
Mhm.
involved and like knowing there was consequences definitely played a
Right.
role in like not going, like you said, too far left.
Mhm.
If your best friend got snatched up like Abby did and got sent to Tall Pines, are you remaining back at the house, or are you jetting to go get Bestie?
I think I would have tried to get her out, but the way she went about it, Layla Lila, I'm just gonna call her both, went about it was dumb because why would you break into the juvie like facility and just think that you could leave?
Yeah, yeah, the way she did it, just walking on the courtyard in broad daylight, was insane to me. I also was confused on how she got there. I mean, they might have showed it, but I guess the fence the same way the boy got out. I don't remember those specific details.
Hmm.
But I do remember thinking to myself, like, it's broad daylight.
And she's screaming, Abby,
Yeah, like we
Abby.
gotta go now. And Abby's just looking at her crazy in her little jail suit,
Right.
her little light blue jail suit. And she's like, girl, we're not going anywhere, and you're not going nowhere either.
Right.
But I think for me, I think I'm gonna have to let the Lord break you out. Like I'm gonna put
Yeah.
in a nice prayer. I'm gonna be praying for
Because
you every
that's what I
night.
was saying. I probably would have tried to work something out with Abby's sister because clearly the sister, I forgot what her name
Oh
um,
yeah.
was on her side. You know, she gave her some money. I would have tried to do something else, but going
Yeah.
all the way up there to break her out because they were living. She came into America. They're in Canada, so they crossed. She crossed the border.
Oh, I didn't even know that.
Yeah, they were in Canada.
Oh, I
Hmm.
did not know that.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, so they went from Canada to Vermont because, like, even in I think they mentioned it at
Oh.
first. Well, they were saying they were in Canadian. Oh yeah, even when she was talking about French to the lady, she
Mm-hmm.
was like, "I'm Canadian. We all know French." And then like
Mm.
when the counselor guy was trying to get Layla Lila to go, she was like,
Yeah.
"America?" Yeah, so they definitely came over to the United States to go to
Oh.
Vermont,
Okay.
but they were from Canada. And did you realize
That
this took place in
definitely went over my head.
2003?
This. What do you like? This whole thing?
This like it's based in 2003. I looked it up.
Oh, no, I did not
Yes.
know
So
that.
I
To
noticed
be
it
honest, I didn't
because
even look at the details, like, like what their phones looked like or anything like that.
so basically I saw was it when they opened up their stuff, the box that they had, and it said that they were born in 1987. And they were only like
Oh,
yeah.
they're older than us.
Yeah, and then the computer she was using, sorry, they were using, I'm so sorry, May Martin. They were using in the police station. I know they said it was outdated, but yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, it was older technology. So it was
Okay.
based in 2003, which would make
Yeah.
sense too if this is based on her real life and her real friend experience.
Yeah. Yeah. So, okay, because
Sorry,
she's in
their
her
real life.
third.
Lord have mercy. Their
I
real
know.
life.
We're
Yeah, I'm
learning,
so sorry,
and we're
guys.
bringing attention to it and for others because after this, I'm pretty sure Mae Martin will come out with many more projects. This was a very, very good
Right.
series. But a lot of things were so crazy to me with this. I don't want to say with the show because like basically we're in the show, the world of the show now. But
Hmm.
like it being the only school in the area, like nothing clicked for me until May ran into the boys, which she then finds out that the boy that
Right.
her partner has a picture with on his desk is not his actual son. Talking about, yeah, we built that shed together. Sir,
Right.
please. That there was no other school in the area. So they're like, oh yeah, I have friends from Tall Pines. And like, it's like everybody went to Tall Pines. And like, I feel like that's like it's like your biggest nightmare in the show, basically. It's like what I think of when I'm like moving to a small town. Like everybody knows everybody. Everybody knows everybody's business. Like there's
Hmm.
no secrets. There's no privacy because you're in this small town where like you really can't hide anything.
Hmm.
Did you
Yeah.
notice any weird things that were just crazy, like the fact that there was no kids and no other schools?
So again, I didn't like you. I didn't realize it until May was talking to the teens and they brought it up.
Mm-hmm.
But when the lady was going crazy over Laura's pregnancy, I was like, that was like weird. I just thought something wrong with the lady. But then as the show progressed, I'm like, oh, because there's no other pregnant people. There's no
Yeah.
other babies, which is crazy.
It really is. It really,
Hmm.
really is. I thought the series was pretty well paced. Like it starts off like kind of, of course, like getting you intrigued with like some broken glass and some screaming, which is where we
Hmm.
find out where the first, well, not the first boy, because we find out there's numerous kids missing from
Right.
this academy. Where he gets away essentially, runs into Dwayne and runs into Alex, and is basically like, they're doing stuff to the kids up there. It's not right. Something's wrong.
Hmm.
So I think it kept a really good pace. It kept my attention. It's not to me, it's not a jaw dropping series, but it's
Yeah.
like and I don't want to say it's like a slow burn because it's not slow, but I think it's just perfectly paced
Yeah.
in that you get things as you should, and you're not sitting here like with this idle time of like, what is going on?
Right.
Um, Now, one thing that I thought was pretty crazy was at the end when Lila believed that Tall Pines was beneficial. I didn't see that coming, but then when I sat and thought about it, I'm like, okay, well when Evelyn basically was saying to Abby that she would when she was saying to Lila, you're gonna hold Abby back. Like Abby's telling you she wants you to come with her, but like
Hmm.
just envision it. Like she's gonna go to school. You're not going to school. Like basically telling her like you belong here. And I don't know if you felt like this too, but I feel like she was grooming her and she was like going to be the second Laura. Like I got the vibe that she
Hmm.
was like how Laura was when Laura was at Tall
Yeah.
Pines, which
Yeah.
is
No, now that you say
Alex's
that,
wife.
yeah, no, now that you say that, I can see it. It's like she
I
likes
mean,
a
it was not
challenge.
the wife. I forgot they were not married.
Yeah.
And we
And
found that out later
that's
too.
also another reason that it's 2003 because it wasn't legal then.
Yes, and they mentioned that. Okay,
Yeah.
okay, okay.
So yeah, I was
Okay.
definitely shocked. Which is also crazy because if Lila Layla would have just went in the first time, Abby wouldn't be there. But as we know,
Yeah.
she couldn't afford it. And then although Abby hated Tall Pines, it really did help her grow as a person. Like, and I think that was symbolized when the final scene when she drives off like by herself. Like no Lila
Mm-hmm.
Layla, no
Yep.
Alex, just Abby. But when like you said, I think Evelyn was looking at Lila Layla as the next Laura because I think she likes a challenge. And I think they both
Now,
very were, yeah.
speaking of the drive off scene where we see basically, well, I guess we'll get into the water birth, which I wanted to talk to you about anyways. So basically,
Hmm.
Laura has the baby
Right.
and the whole community's there. At this point, I feel like Laura has become the new Evelyn. She's basically
Yes.
convinced people like which I don't know how I feel about Laura. I don't know if I feel like she's the new antagonist if we go into season 2, because I feel like she was Evelyn, but like she was trying to be better. Like, let's take what we learned from Tall Pines, but like still have feelings and emotions and like not have to be robots and act like, you know.
Hmm.
But then I feel like essentially you're just becoming Evelyn, because I feel like Evelyn at one point in time was that, like, she had her protege
Right.
gets killed off, she becomes it. Now we see Evelyn, which we don't know if she dies or not, but she's clearly stuck with way over the amount of dosage.
Hmm.
And then we're like sitting here and we're like, okay, so she did, and now Laura's the new protege, and then like next year is it going to be a protege, then Laura dies? Like, is that how
Right.
this goes? Do you feel like Laura's intentions are good, or do you think like do you think she's full of it and she's Evelyn just in sheep's clothing?
Okay, well, before I answer that, I wanted to ask you, do you think her intent was to stay the whole time? Like that was her plan the whole time going back to Tall Pines?
In the beginning, no. I really thought that she was like, when she's like, I'm uninviting Evelyn to the shower, like we're done. I thought that she really was gonna work on escaping, and like told Alex, like, well, you better find the information. So the quicker you can do it, the quicker we can go get out of here. But I think as she started to meet with other people, I think she felt like she had an obligation almost to them to like help free them, because I don't know if those are her classmates or what, but like they seem to
Hmm.
be familiar with each other, especially like
Yeah.
her and Rabbit and things like that. So I don't, I think in the beginning it wasn't, but eventually I feel like she saw in conversation how she was able to sway people. And I think she did get a little like high off that, like, oh, I
Mhm.
have this influence and this power and I want to keep it up
Using it.
type of thing. What about
I
you? What do you think?
no, because like at first I thought again she was with Alex. But then, like, looking back on it, the way she kind of just eased into that role, and it almost seems like this all was planned. Like, this was going
Mm-hmm.
to be the surrogate baby. And then, even in the beginning, when Riley, I think his name, the kid that ran away, was like, she's
Mm-hmm.
one of them. She's one of them. At first, I thought it was just because she was reciting the same ritual or whatever, but I don't
Yeah.
know. It might go a little deeper than that, and she might really be knee deep in all of this. So I don't
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
I don't
I
know.
think season 2 will definitely look
It's a
and
limited series though.
explain that. Oh,
Yeah,
really?
so it's no season 2.
But what if it gets so much traction?
I don't know, maybe, but normally
May do something
limited
else, but call
series.
it something different. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
But I forget what I had asked you. Was it? Oh, do you
Oh,
think she's going to become the new Evelyn? Seems like you
yeah.
might think so, since it seems like her intent. You feel
Yeah,
like it
because
was
I
there from the
think
very beginning.
true, and I think even with Evelyn, like, they start off with good intentions, but the power and
Hmm.
just the control gets to their head, and it kinda just yeah, goes.
So something that I noticed with this, and like, tell me if you kind of felt like this too, but I feel like there was some symbolism between like, no matter who you are, we're all the same in a way. Because you have Evelyn, right, who killed her protege before her. She choked him out. Boom.
Mhm.
But then you have Alex, which I felt like was the reason why he stayed at the end. Was like basically he played back in his mind. He had the door open. You see him, well, at the end you see the doors open, but basically it's a dream, but we don't know it's a dream at the time. But he has this thing where he takes the baby after you sit, like you mentioned, we basically arrived at the conclusion this is a surrogate baby. This is the town's baby. Like,
Right.
everybody's holding the baby. And they always say like, oh, you need to have skin to skin
The
contact.
skin to
So
skin.
you got
Mhm.
everybody naked. You got women with their titties out ready to do skin to skin with your baby that you thought was
I
your
would
baby,
have
but it's
flipped
actually the town.
out. I
And
would
I
have
meant to
flipped
ask you
out.
that if you would have flipped. Like, I don't think I could have did it. Like,
He
I'm
was
not
way
gonna
too
lie to
calm.
you. When I thought about it, I'm like, okay, look, I get it. Like, I get it. Like, this make like 10 moms is better than one mom. But I'm just like, the
But that
like
thing, I think just a
maternal instinct in
deception.
me.
That was just a deception because so okay, we're saying they and him for Mae Martin just as a disclaimer because they go by him
Him
on the
in the actual
show.
series, yeah,
Yes.
yeah, yeah. So you can
So
reference Alex as him.
right. So I think if Laura would have given him a heads up, but it was like he just kind of was in the dark. Like he didn't even know when they came to get the baby from
I
him.
don't think she could have given him a heads up though, because remember, like, he was like, "We're gonna leave before the baby's born," right? So it was like, I felt she knew that. She knew she could not. He would never be on
See, and
board.
that's why I thought she knew. I feel like she knew this whole time.
Yeah,
Like I feel like she
yeah,
played everybody, played him real good, especially him.
yeah.
And she knew what she was coming back to do.
I mean,
At
now
least
that you're
she
saying it, I think you could be right, because then we find out that, like, we thought this whole time that, well, Alex thought that somebody killed her parents, when in fact they didn't confirm it, but she killed her own parents.
Mhm.
Because they actually came back wanting her back. But I don't know if
Mhm.
Evelyn told her something to conflict her mind and made her snap to kill her parents or
Right.
not. But she basically was like, it was so crazy, because it's just, I think it, and this is, I'm glad you brought that up, brings great symbolism back to what I was going to say, basically, is that everyone's the same. Like, Evelyn's over here warning Alex about his wife being a killer. Evelyn, you're a killer too. And I think
Mhm.
Alex realized, I'm a killer too. I killed whoever I killed before we came here. That's why we
Mhm.
can't go nowhere and I can't get no job. I
Mhm.
killed the boy that got out of the facility because I thought he was going to hurt my wife, Laura.
Mhm.
And then I choked my own partner, Dwayne, out. So I feel like that was really what kept Alex from leaving, because he knew, like, I'm no different than my
Right.
wife, than anybody, because I have killed. Like, I choked Dwayne out 30 seconds before holding my baby.
Right.
So I just felt like it was
Came
like
in
one of
there with
those
his
things.
blood on him and all, like
No, literally.
dripped
And just
down.
took the shirt off and got in the water like nothing happened.
Mhm.
So I just felt like it was really crazy. The symbolism that I felt like it was like, it doesn't matter if you're a cop, it doesn't matter if you're like a good person. It's like everyone's hands were dirty in this film, besides
Mhm.
maybe Abby, because we even saw with Lila. We don't know. That's what I'm saying. Like, the whole open your mouth thing, like, of course it seemed like some type of hypnotherapy, but we see a situation where they showed her sister drowning in one clip. But then in another clip, we see that she pushed her into the water,
Yeah, it's
then
like
decided not to help her. So I'm like, did Evelyn play tricks on her mind, or is that really what happened? Because then she tried to say, like, oh, your mom always picked your sister. Your sister treated you like, she used you and abused you. And,
mhm.
it basically is one of those things where I feel like they take, like, it's like when you tell someone a story, or like your therapist a story, and like a normal therapist or an appropriate therapist is going to try to look at it from both sides, right? Not just
Right.
yours. Tall Pines was looking at it just from yours and was like, we're going
Mhm.
to get rid of this pain. Just, come, like, play on the strings of, like, let me tell you that I see you, I believe you, and I'm going to
Right.
help you, kind of
Right.
thing.
I think that also
Um,
showed like how traumatic events like mess with our memories. Like I
yes.
really think she genuinely cannot remember what exactly happened that night that her sister died. So I don't think
Yeah.
we will never know. But
Yeah.
because I thought, for one, I didn't know. They just remember they kept like hinting. They kind of did a build up. They were like, "You watched your sister die in front of you," and then that's all we kind of know. And then we
Yeah.
start to see more so what happened. But yeah, when she pushed her in that pool, because it showed like three different scenarios.
It did. So it's just like, I don't know. I
Yeah,
don't know if it
don't nobody
was,
know. Lila don't
yeah.
even know.
No,
She
for
wouldn't
real.
know.
Did you notice any other like recurring symbols throughout the series or anything like that?
um, nope. Just the
Yeah,
fact
I
that
really just
everybody
remember
was
the
there.
bell and the frog, honestly.
Yeah. And then just everybody was on one accord in that town. They lied together. They stole together. They stole
No,
together.
for real. Even had the police department on it. Like, we don't question Evelyn over
Right.
here. Evelyn ran
Right.
that town. They ain't had no mayor, no president, but Evelyn was
Evelyn
all of the
ran
above.
it. Ran it.
All of the above. Did you expect Rabbit to turn on Evelyn in the end?
No.
Me either. And she treated Rabbit like crap. So I
Yeah.
really, and Rabbit was still like wanting to get in her good graces. So I was actually
Hmm.
shocked.
I was so sad when Rabbit had asked for Stacy, and she was like, "Yeah, you do this for me. Then maybe I can give Stacy to you, basically as your adopted child, and then
Yeah.
send her on with someone else."
Stacy is nuts.
Now that's a performance. If we want to talk, she scared me, and just like her look, like just her look. What's her name? Isolde
Yes.
Ardes. I believe that's how you pronounce her name. Isolde.
Yeah,
Isolde.
she, oh, it's frozen. What is going on here?
Did it freeze?
Okay, yeah, but it's back. It's back.
Okay.
It's back. Um, yeah, she was
Mhm.
quite the nut job. I was like, what is
Mhm.
wrong with this girl? She was, yeah, I definitely wouldn't have I would have to sleep with one eye open if she had been my roommate, because there's just
Yes.
no way. And then what really creeped me out, and I don't
What?
remember what the word was. I don't, was it convergence, where they like are touching each other, hugging, and like
Oh
And
yeah,
like
that
you
weird.
almost get swallowed up by like 20 people at one time. When I
Mhm.
tell you I'd freak out, there's no way 20 people are giving me a hug at one time. I don't like to be
Yeah.
touched like that.
It was very strange. Very strange.
Like that was one of the most creepiest things that I watched with this
And just
series
their
is like I
therapy
felt
yeah.
uncomfortable.
Their therapy
Yes.
tactic, like it was a mess.
Yes, like let me tell you the worst things I think about you and then when you tell me I tell you thanks for your feedback.
Mhm.
Yeah, that was pretty crazy. That was
And they will
pretty
never get
crazy.
caught because the people that make it out, well, the people that aren't converted die.
Mhm.
And then the ones that are converted, they think that, you know, it's helping, so they don't tell. So it's like no
Mhm.
one will ever stop. Maybe Abby. Maybe Abby, since she did
Yeah.
actually make it out. But she would literally be the only one that could take it down
Yeah,
because
I
she
was
has the
really
evidence
hoping that that dream was real, like that Alex left with the
with the
baby
baby.
and Abby, and like they were gonna have like a little mini family. Like I was really
Mhm.
rooting for that, just to see that it was a dream, and
Mhm.
Alex closed that damn door and went right back to bed
Mhm.
with Laura, who scares me too.
Mhm. Yeah, she is scary.
Because I didn't know
But
what was happening when she was in the water. Like they kept showing her in the water. I don't know what was going on in that water.
yeah, I don't know. I think she kept going back to where she leaps, like the last memory she had of her leaping. Like I think
Oh,
that's why
because
they
it
kept
does happen
going.
in
Yeah, I think
water.
that's why she kept going to the water. But then now that I think about it too, I think back in 2000, again, back since this is 2003, that the fact
Hmm.
that Alex was accepted wholly of being like a trans
Hmm.
man in that age, he probably felt like he couldn't really go anywhere, especially with those
Yeah.
strikes against him, like the three people he done killed.
Right.
And then now he's a trans man in 2003.
Yeah. And he was saying that like the people at his, because remember Dwayne was like, we'll see you as one of the boys here. And he was like, thanks, man. I didn't get that back where he was
Right.
at. So with this show, do you think it was supernatural, scientific, psychological? Like, how would you classify like what's really happening in Tall
Mm,
Pines? Like to you, is it, how would you, how would you
I don't think I'd call it
categorize it?
supernatural because I think they are using like all kind of like real things. Whatever type of
Hmm.
poison they're using to do this leap, it's still something like, you know,
Yeah.
tangible. Definitely psychological
Hmm.
for the viewers and just how she was treating the cast, like the people
Hmm.
in the school. What do you think?
So I agree with you. I don't think it's supernatural, because like I said, I saw some things about the frog, and like I do think it could be what you were saying about like the poison or something in it that makes you alters your brain chemistry.
Hmm.
And I think it plays on like a religious aspect too, which I think they did
Right.
intentionally with like almost leaping be a baptism. You know what I mean? Like you're in the water and like
Hmm.
someone's over you, then you got the other person playing their role too. So I think it also talks about kind of like extreme religion too, of like how someone could be telling you these beliefs but like it
Hmm.
not being, of course we like to think every pastor is a good pastor, but like lo and
Right.
behold history has shown extreme religious leaders. So I
Right.
think it did try to take a kick on that too, like just because you're screaming things out, and it was almost like an exorcism too with the lead because you're in this
Hmm.
thing and your body's thrown back, like it was a whole lot. Like I'm not leaping. I don't care
Yeah.
what troubles and pain. I'll just live with it till I die because I'm not leaping. Like that
Right.
that to me, like even after watching it, Lila wanting to like get rid of the pain of like losing her sister and like having a mother who don't care about her, I'm gonna have to find love another way. Leap will not be an option.
And that was so sad when she called her mom.
It
Her mom basically was
was
like, she ain't have time because she going
right.
out
Like
on a
I'm with this
date.
random man. I gotta go.
Sleazy looking man.
But then she kind of felt. I kind of felt saw a little bit of the mom wanting to. I felt like in the beginning when Evelyn first called her to do the reverse mortgage on the house, she was like, I don't know if this is a good fit for her. And Evelyn basically talked her into it. So I
Hmm.
feel like after Evelyn talked her into it, then it became like not remorse. She like resented her daughter. Like I just got a reverse mortgage. So like when she's like calling her like, Mom,
Oh,
it's working. She's like, I hope so for all the money. Like, like for all the money, I hope it is
right.
working. And she was like, oh, you didn't tell, like, I didn't know this was happening. So like, I gotta go. Like, I feel like there's so much resentment now because she's in like this financial bind, where
Hmm.
before I feel like she wasn't in a financial bind, but like things weren't great. But I felt like she could still probably get by day to day without stuff. But I feel like now
True.
maybe she's depending on that man for financial
Hmm.
reasons. So like her daughter has no importance or significance now.
Which that makes all the sense in the world. It really does.
Yeah.
'Cause, yeah.
I can't believe it's a limited series and there won't be a season 2.
Yep, it's a limited series on there. Now they might change their minds, but normally with limited series it's one and done.
Has there been any history of limited series coming back for a second that you know of?
Not that I could think of.
Darn,
Let me try to Google really quick. Limited series that was unlimited.
Not unlimited. Stop the madness. I do hope though that because I thought about that Nurse Ratched was a limited series too, and I felt like it left off where it could have did a season 2 and it didn't. So yeah, you're right. That's so sad. So if you guys have any other theories, go ahead.
So apparently Beef, the White Lotus.
Oh wait, Beef had a season 2?
Right. So these are the ones that they were originally limited series.
Oh, well, they probably should have kept that as that because I didn't even watch Beef season 2. I remember the first season, it was.
Did it come out?
But I don't.
Beef season 2?
I don't know. But see, that's the thing too. Taking too long, just like Supercell, you're gonna lose me. Because if it take more than 365, because another thing that we watched that I don't know if it was limited series or not, but I'm waiting on season 2. The Gentleman. Remember Shorty and the guy with the that came out in 2023 or 24. I think 24. And it's not coming out till 20. I looked it up. 2026. I'm just like, y'all kill me with this. A whole year, right? And I'm gonna lose interest. And that's just you gotta strike while the iron's hot. I don't. Right. They need to get on a rotating. They need to get on a rotating schedule like Love Is Blind and The Ultimatum. When one drop, another one come out. If you do UK, then in a few months you got to do US, and then in a few months you got to do The Ultimate. You got to have it in a cycling rotation.
Like Tyler Perry, they need to take a note.
No, for real, Tyler don't ever look. And I'm still waiting on Beauty in Black, and I'm gonna be ready for that. Right. I don't care if Tyler take a year, but I know he ain't gonna do us like that because that's not even his style. His style is rushed. He does 72-hour delivery, baby. Okay, he said we making a series in a weekend. Everybody get your water, get your trailer, get it stacked. We gonna be here all night. So I'm excited actually for the second half of that to come out. But if you guys have any other theories, please share them with us. We know that some people watch this and see, we all see different things and get different interpretations. So I would love to hear what you guys think is really going on underneath. Was there anything else that you wanted to say, Shawners, before we sign off?
Nothing else about Wayward, but next episode we will be discussing him with Marlon Wayans and was it Tariq Withers?
Yeah, I know it's Tariq. I don't remember his last name, but yes, that is it. I'm actually excited to discuss that one.
And Julia Fox, she dated Kanye.
Yes, and you know where she's originally from, right? Uncut Gems. She played Adam Sandler's baddie in Uncut Gems, which is the only serious movie I've ever seen Adam Sandler play in is Uncut Gems.
I'm gonna have to watch that because I have never.
Yeah, she's in it, and I remember when she was in it, I was like, "Wow, she's so pretty." Not that she's not pretty now, but she's done a lot of things that the world would categorize as not pretty. You know what I mean? She does a lot of extreme dramatic makeup. She's not really into being. She's not into being conventionally pretty, which I respect it.
Yeah, I'm looking at pictures of her now. Yeah, I can see where she definitely has darker hair.
Yeah, wow. She's definitely if you look her up on Uncut Gems, yes. And I remember when I saw her in Uncut Gems, I was like, wow, she's so pretty. I mean, I still think she's pretty now, but it was just a whole different gal.
A whole different person. Whole different aesthetic.
Yes. Whole different vibe. It's Miley and Hannah Montana. It's two different people. Two different people. I would say for Wayward, for me, I'm giving it an 8.5 out of 10. I really enjoyed it. So it's definitely getting the 8.5 out of 10 scripty screams from me. Yes. What would you give it, Shawners?
I would give it the same. I give it the same. Like you said, it wasn't jaw dropping, but it kept me engaged the whole time. I think I binged it half and half. But 8.5 out of 10 scripty screens, I feel like that is very, very safe and a very fair assessment.
Yes. All right, guys. Till next time. Thanks so much for tuning in. We'll see you next week. Bye.
Bye.